In this video, we will learn how to upload documents in bulk using your own CSV file format. For this demo, we will use invoices as an example, but you can follow the same process for other documents as well. Let's start by going to the bulk upload option. Go to the Create New Invoice dropdown and click on Bulk Upload Invoice. Here, first upload the CSV file that you want to import. Earlier, you had only one option. You had to download the sample file format provided by Refrens and then change the column names in your own CSV file to match the system-defined format. For example, if your CSV had a column called Customer Name, but Refrens expected Client Name, you had to manually rename that column before uploading. This worked, but it was not very efficient, especially if you upload the same type of CSV file every week or every month from another software, ERP, or spreadsheet. Changing column names every time can become repetitive and time-consuming. To solve this, Refrens now allows you to upload documents using your own CSV format. Once you upload your CSV file, turn on the toggle that says, "I have my own CSV format." If you are doing this for the first time, click on Create New Template. Now, give your template a name. For example, I'll name it My CSV Template. This template will save your field mapping, so the next time you upload a CSV file with the same format, you will not have to map everything again. The system will automatically remember which CSV column belongs to which reference field. As you can see, some fields have already been mapped automatically. For example, invoice number has been mapped. Invoice date has also been mapped. Now, in Refrens, this field is called due date, but in my CSV file, the same field is called due on, so I will select due on here. This tells the system that whenever it sees a column called due on in my CSV file, it should treat it as the due date in Refrens. Similarly, in Refrens, this field is called client name, but in my CSV file, it is called customer name, so I will map customer name to client name. In the same way, Refrens has a field called Client Country. In my CSV file, the field is called Bill to Country, so I will select Bill to Country here. This way, the system understands that Bill to Country in my CSV is the same as Client Country in Refrens. You can map different types of fields here. This includes invoice details, client details, line item details, shipping details, discounts, payment details, transport details, email sending details, bank details, and more. You can also map custom fields, custom headers, custom footers, terms and conditions, additional charges, and private custom fields. For example, let's say my CSV file has a column called T and C for terms and conditions. To map that, I will click on Add Terms and Conditions. Then, I will select the T and C column from my CSV file. Now, the system will automatically take the values from the T and C column and add them as terms and conditions in the invoice. Here, you will see two types of fields. The first section includes all available fields. The second section shows the required fields. Before uploading the file, make sure all required fields are mapped correctly. For invoices, the required fields include invoice number, invoice date, currency, client name, client country, item name, and item amount. Once all required fields are mapped, you can continue with the upload. If you also want to upload optional or custom details, you can map those fields as well. Now, there are a few important formatting guidelines to keep in mind. If your invoice is a multi-currency invoice, you need to add the conversion rate. There are two types of conversion rates. The first is the invoice conversion rate. This is the exchange rate at the time of creating the invoice. The second is the payment conversion rate. This is the exchange rate at the time of receiving the payment. If there is any difference between the two rates, Refrens will record it as forex gain or forex loss. So make sure the conversion rate is added correctly wherever required. Similarly, you need to follow the correct format for different fields. For currency, use the three-letter currency code. For example, INR, USD, EUR, and so on. For place of supply, use the 2-digit state code. For example, 02, 08, 24, and so on. For invoice status, use text values such as draft or cancelled. If the invoice has a partial payment, you can mark it as yes or no. If reverse charge is applicable, you can also mark it as yes or no. For conversion rates, enter the value as a number. For example, if $1 equals 91 rupees, enter 91 as the conversion rate. If you are adding supply type for Indian invoices, make sure you use the correct code. For example, for export with payment, use EXWP. Do not write the full phrase manually. Use the accepted code format shown in the help article. Similarly, for taxpayer type, country, and GST state, follow the exact format mentioned in the guidelines. For item type, use either product or service. If warehouses are enabled in your account, you also need to add the warehouse ID for the item. If batch tracking is enabled for an item, make sure you add the required batch details as well. For discount level, you can use two values. If the discount is applied at the item level, write item_level. If the discount is applied at the total document level, write entity_level. This is important because the system will apply the discount based on this value. For payment method, use the supported values such as account transfer, UPI, cash payment, and others as mentioned in the guidelines. For dates, always use the DD/MM/YYYY format. If the date format is incorrect, you may face errors while uploading the file. Also, if you are adding a phone number with a plus sign, add an apostrophe at the beginning. This helps avoid formatting errors during upload. These are some important CSV formatting rules you should keep in mind. Now, if you want to generate e-invoices or e-way bills from the uploaded invoices, make sure your CSV file includes all required fields for e-invoicing and e-way bills. This may include GST state, country, currency, HSN, tax rate, GSTIN, PIN code, shipping address, transport details, and other required information. If these fields are missing, you may face errors while creating e-invoices or e-way bills later. Another important field is the client unique key or vendor unique key. Always try to add a unique key when uploading clients or vendors. This helps Refrens identify whether the client or vendor already exists in your account or whether a new one needs to be created. If you do not add a unique key, the system may not always map the client correctly. This can sometimes create duplicate clients or vendors in your account. So, for cleaner records, always add client unique keys or vendor unique keys wherever possible. Once all the required fields are mapped, click on Continue. Now you can review the upload details. Click on Confirm and Upload. That's it. Your file has been uploaded successfully. You will receive an email once the upload is processed. If there are any errors, Refrens will also send an error report. In this case, I received an error email. So I will download the error report and check the issue. Here, the error says that an invoice with this invoice number already exists. To fix this, I will update the invoice number in my CSV file and upload it again. Now, I have made the required changes in my CSV file. Let's upload the corrected file again. Since I already created a template earlier, I do not need to map everything again. I will turn on I have my own CSV format. Then, I will select my saved CSV template. Then click on Confirm and Upload. The file has been uploaded again. Now, let's wait for the confirmation email. I have received the confirmation email from Refrens. It says that 5 invoices were uploaded and successfully created. I can click on View on Dashboard to open the uploaded invoices. As you can see, all the invoices have been created successfully. So this is how you can upload invoices in bulk using your own CSV file format in Refrens. If you need help, you can check the help article. Go to help.refrens.com and search for bulk upload. You can also reach out to us at care@refrens.com or message us on live chat support.